Welcome to the Not Done Yet Movement podcast.
Oh,
and
you did
today,
that so good. Yay, you. Go ahead.
And today we're interviewing our founder, Valerie Brown. Love her, Valerie with the big hair. This is also my mother. So,
Yay. This is exciting. Who thought that my baby girl, so I have five kids, and she's the baby. I know, you can't believe it. Neither can I. I don't know what happened. But anyway, my baby girl, Claudia, this is Claudia Logan Jones, would be interviewing me.
here we are.
Oh, are we ready?
Are we?
No.
Okay.
But go ahead and do it anyway.
So, to start,
Mm-hmm.
what have I, as your daughter, taught you?
That's a really good question because I named her after my mom. My first mistake. No, joking. Because since she was a little girl, you have always behaved like you were my mom. I don't know how you felt, but I always felt like you were the adult in our relationship.
I was. Yep, I taught her stranger danger.
And I don't always listen.
No.
No, but you've been the adult for a very long time in our relationship. She has a very old soul. I don't think I knew what that meant with my other children until I got to the last one. And so you've taught me a lot. I have to say, you've taught me a lot. You've
Oh, stop.
oh, this is gonna be
No.
tearful. No,
No.
but you have. You've taught me. You've gone through some things in your life, and you behaved and you reacted in a way that I never did when I went through the same type of things. And she had some harsh realities that hit her externally, and she was very adult and grown up about it, the things that hit her. And I wasn't that person. So that's something that came from deep within you, as in when she saw a wrong, she decided it was going to be right, no matter what the consequences were going to be for you. And I'm always trying to make people happy. Yeah. And you've also told me many, many times to stop it.
You have to learn to say no at some point, and I didn't know how to say.
She knew how to say no. And she used to always tell me to say no. And it was not something that I accepted very easily. And I have to tell you that it didn't, like, I'm thinking like the last 6 to 8 years that I actually started listening to you. So you made me grow up.
Oh.
The baby made me grow up. She taught me how to say no. She taught me how to kind of stand up for myself and stop putting everybody else first.
And you taught me how to be young.
And how to have fun.
Exactly.
And to be joyful. And although that was really hard for you.
Yeah.
Because, okay, I'm going to tell a little secret. But there was one point where went to your school and you were in high school. She was a sophomore, junior.
Mm-hmm.
Junior high school. We had just moved back to the United States.
Yeah.
And I was signing her up for all these clubs, and she was at home. She didn't go with me. And she was at home, and I was signing her up, and I was like calling her and like, Claudia, you're going to be doing this, you're going to be doing that. And I think she was at home just seething. Like, oh my God, what is this woman doing?
How dare she?
And what you said to me, I don't know if you remember.
I don't want to be you.
She said, you said, I'm not you.
I'm not you.
She said, I'm not you. I'm not you. And I'm sitting there saying, I don't want you to be me. God bless. We don't need two of me in the same household. But then, some moons later, and you were writing on her social media, I am just like this woman. This is who I am. Talking about me. Like you had decided that you were evolving into being me. So I think that we rubbed off on each other in a really good way.
COVID, really.
COVID.
That was a turning point, definitely, for that.
Yeah. We spent enough time together that we morphed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right?
One person.
Yeah.
Just.
Okay.
Next question. What is something you've never told me about your journey that you think I should know?
So, as hard as you are and as adult as you are, you, as many people, when issues come, you internalize a lot and you feel broken down and that you can't get up, and it's very challenging for you to see the light. I've been broken so many times in front of you, and I don't think you ever knew.
Hmm.
I'm gonna cry again. Gotta
Stop
hold
it.
back the tears in this one.
Yeah.
Like I just ah!
You're not crying today.
So when we moved to China, like moving to China was a big deal, and it wasn't easy. I was in the midst of a divorce from your dad,
Yeah.
and like any divorces, I would never throw shade on your father ever. That's just not who I am. It takes two to make a marriage. It takes two to come out of that divorce without killing each other. Mm-hmm. So that goes both ways. It wasn't a pleasant experience for anybody. And I spent every dime, every penny that I had with a lawyer to get out of the United States and to get to China. And being in China, the first 3 to 4 months, like I had nothing. I had zero. And all I wanted to do was to make this transition halfway decent for you, your sister, and then your brother ended up coming. But there was a lot. There was a lot of heavy going on in my life during that time. Like I can't even begin to tell you. But the only thing that I think the lesson out of this was that I knew that there was a light. Yeah. At the end of the tunnel. And um, I don't know if you watched my interview, but I have been proposed to a few times in my lifetime. And that was a time that I had been proposed to when I went over to China and I did not have anything. And the guy that I had been seeing at some point, they didn't know when I was dating. That was a secret. I kept it a secret. But a guy that I had been, okay, a guy that I had been dating, she didn't know, trust me. But a guy I had been dating knew what I was going through and had proposed. And he was like, Valerie, let me marry you. Let me help you. Let me help you take care of your kids. I will come over there and I will be what you need. And I was this close to saying yes because I had hit rock bottom. And then one night I was lying in my bed and I prayed. And I was like, God, I don't want to enter into another marriage that's not the right one for me just because I need to feel better about my life and give my children an opportunity to actually eat. Um, but I decided that night that I was going to do this and we were going to see the light. There was going to be a light. And it's been shining ever since. I just had to hold on. Mm-hmm. And so I just want you to know that you got to hold on when things are bleak and dark and it feels like it all comes at once and it's just like this huge hurricane, not even a storm, it's like a hurricane, and you feel like you're just going to be washed away. You just got to have faith. Mm-hmm. And I know I tell you this all the time, but I've been living it. And I want you to know that here I am. And you can do it. Okay.
We're not crying today. So, you've experienced loss, disappointment, career changes, divorce, and reinvention. What has kept you moving forward?
My faith in God.
Mm-hmm.
That is huge for me. And that journey has been very interesting for me because I was raised Catholic. And as a very obedient Catholic, I was a very obedient Catholic. And I would night club on Saturday night.
But you were right there on Sunday morning.
Sunday morning, I was in church. I was reading. I was a reader. I was a Eucharistic minister, handing out the body of Christ. And I knew when to kneel, when to stand up. But back then, I don't know that I knew that God was in my life, and I knew that He was an important person, being, spirit, mm-hmm. watching over me as my father. But I had not connected to Him the way I needed to. So it's been a journey. It's still a journey. But I know that I have gone through all of those things you said, and so much more. There have been times where I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, am I going to make it? And I have. And I continue to make it. I continue to pray. And especially being a parent of 5, and they're not all easy.
I
Um, but being a mother of five and having lived in different countries and doing your best, but your best may never be good enough, and someone sacrificed and someone doesn't is not happy, and someone you've lost along the way. And I've always been a praying mother, and I've always said that as long as I'm a praying mother, he gave me my children, and I'm just looking over you.
am.
And I just continue to go back to him and just pray for the best and believe. And so that's what keeps me going is my belief and my faith and you.
Stop it.
You.
Which version of yourself required the most courage to become? I like that one. Still finding myself.
I would say this version of myself. But funny enough, even though it took a lot of courage to say, I am leaving my job, I am leaving my career, not my job. I've reached this level that everybody kept telling me, what is wrong with you? You're crazy. Don't leave. I'm one rung. I was, because I'm no longer, but I was one rung away from the top that you could be a senior diplomat in the United States. And everybody was like, no, you must stay. So no, I didn't get kicked out. I didn't leave because of what was going on in the external world as everybody thought I left. I left because I wanted to do me. I wanted to follow my passion because I never felt that I could do that before. And I had a friend that once said to me, Valerie, you just do it. And this was maybe like 10 years ago. Just do it. What's wrong with you? Just jump. But how do I jump when I had to feed her? Like, no, seriously. It's just like I took on the responsibility of being a parent.
Yeah.
And how could I jump when I had so much? And then you're like, okay, but now
Should have asked me.
No, if you had asked you, you would have said jump, but we would have been sitting on the street.
And I would have been happy because have you met her? So jump.
I didn't jump then. And then waiting, you're like, now am I getting too old to jump? And my jumps are no longer like big leaps. They're like little tiny, like, like you feel like you left the ground, but you didn't go anywhere. So taking this step and saying, you know what, I may not have all the money in the bank that's going to help me keep going. I may not have an idea or clue of what I'm going to do, but
You did it. You jumped, and are you looking back?
I have no regrets. I have more peace now in my life than I think I've had ever. With no safety net. I have no safety net.
You're your own safety net.
I am. Yeah. What do you think?
I think this version as well, because looking back at pictures, looking back at memories, this is actually the happiest I've ever seen you.
I'm gonna cry.
Okay.
I don't cry pretty, so I can't cry because it won't be a good look. Thank you. It is though. And I am.
And it's like, I've always been the adult in this relationship, so I have worried about you.
Oh, I know.
Many times. But now I don't find myself worrying anymore. I know you got this. I know you're doing you. You're using all of your strengths, all of your amazing personality to do something amazing in this world, and I can't wait to see what that is.
Me either. Thank you. And it takes a village to raise a woman.
Mm.
That's what this community is about. And she doesn't fit the age of the not done yet movement. Mentally, she's older than all of us.
Yeah.
But
I'm already going through the menopause.
Okay. And she has been for a while.
So
she's had hot flashes for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But this community is about women, later in their 30s, hitting their 40s, and trying to say, like, what's next? And as you get to your 50s, do I take that chance? Do I follow that passion? Do I leave that husband or partner or whomever that you're with? It's just like all of these choices and decisions and options and everything. And it's scary. It's so scary. But when you have a village of women, especially, that get you and feel you, and that are cheering you on and not trying to tear you down, because a lot of times
That's hard to
women
find.
do that. But to find a community, which this one is, but I have that in you as well. I've been very fortunate that I gave birth to my village. I gave birth to my village. And I'm lucky, like we've spent a lot of time together because you were the last one. But I'm lucky that I have my other children that are also, they check on me and they're looking out for me and they're loving me. And it's
That's also hard to find.
it's a blessing.
Yeah.
It's a blessing. So I'm grateful. I'm not going to say that I did anything right or it's because of me, because Lord knows it can go either way. So I'm just very fortunate.
Yeah. I love you.
I love you way.
Last question.
Okay.
What kind of woman are you still becoming?
So this is funny because I used to always say to people, I used to ask people, would you date yourself? Would you date yourself?
Some parts.
So see, no, that's a big deal. That's huge.
Yeah, I'm still finding myself, still working on myself. So yeah,
That's
I would
huge.
take myself in the future, how I see my future. But the best laid plans, right? So
Yeah. But that's a big deal, right?
Mm.
Because that means that there are areas of you and yourself that you feel like need to be developed and worked on.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that you realize that is also huge. So those are things that you really should concentrate on so that you are the best version of yourself for you, not so much for somebody else, but for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I would ask people that either that I want to date or just, just a fun question. And I always could say yes. I would date me. And I'm not superstitious or anything, although when I meet Aries, they're very much like me.
Yeah.
All the Aries that I know are like me. Maria and Lucas, and I just can go on, like very much, very people oriented.
Yeah.
Right?
But I feel, sorry if I can intervene, that you shouldn't date you.
Why?
I feel like it would be a lot for you. I think you need somebody like me to be able to come in and calm a little bit. I'm not saying you're too much, nothing, just to have a balance in life. It's always good to have the balance.
I do have to say that
no one boring. I'm not saying boring.
But I do like someone who tells me no.
Exactly.
No, but an Aries maybe.
An Aries cannot tell you no.
Okay.
There's no Aries that will ever say no.
So who am I still becoming?
Yes, back to the question.
The point I was trying to make with that is that I like who I am, but I always feel as though there's some room for improvement, and I always feel as though that I should constantly be working on me. And so I think that I am becoming a woman who I could admire in ways that I haven't been able to admire myself, because because I didn't say no. One, because I could stand up for you and you and you and you and you and you, but I couldn't stand up for me. It's very rare that I stood up for me. And that's why I admire in you is that you stood up for yourself. You protected yourself when others were not protecting you that maybe should have been. And I didn't do that for me. And now that I'm writing my memoirs and I have a headache every day because even though it's enjoyable, it's very stressful because looking back on who I was and the things that I allowed people to get away with and to do to me, it hurts. I mean, I am who I am because of that, but I went through a lot of pain and hurt. So to become that woman that says, no, I'm protecting me. I'm looking out for me. I'm believing in me. That's a big deal. And so that's the woman I'm still becoming, a woman that believes in herself, that says, yes, you are as good as people say you are, because people keep telling me I'm good. But to believe that,
well, I'm here to believe for you.
Thanks, babe. You've been believing for me for a long time.
Until you can believe for yourself.
Thank you, baby.
Nothing.
Well, Is that it?
That was it.
That's it.
This was our Not Done Yet Movement podcast.
Yay, with Claudia
and Valerie.
And we are not done yet.
No.
In our relationship as a mother and daughter, I am going to continue to push you because you are so far from done. You are going to surpass me in ways that I can't even imagine because you are phenomenal.
She has made the bar super high.
You are phenomenal. Believing in you.
Yes, but you have. But I believe in you, and I know you're not done yet either.
Yeah.
So that bar is climbing, guys.
Well, here we are, loving on each other, sharing each other on the Not Done Yet Movement podcast. Thank you for interviewing me today. Bye.
Bye.